Hara, the belly, the core. In Japan, it's more than just anatomy, it's the source of your being, your spirit, your will. It's the energy that flows through you, invisible but undeniable. Akiko understood this instinctively. Martine, a world away, felt it too, a deep primal urge. Neither knew why. Akiko felt it in the bustling streets of Osaka. The city pulsed around her, a living organism. Her father, a history professor, obsessed over Osaka Castle, its grandeur, its stoicism. He saw the Hara of Japan embodied in its stone walls. Akiko saw it in the blur of neon lights as she rode her bicycle. Martine lived with her father in the rolling hills of Kentucky. Their world was green, shrouded in mist and the scent of pine. Her father, a moonshiner, had a different kind of Hara, a restless spirit. He moved with the speed of a fox, always one step ahead of the law. Martine, perched on the back of his pickup truck, felt the wind whip her hair, urging her faster. Both girls on opposite sides of the world felt the pull of something ancient, a need for speed, a yearning for something beyond the horizon. They just didn't know it yet. Akiko loved the way the city lights blurred into streaks of color as she rode her bicycle. The faster she pedaled, the more vibrant the world became. Osaka was a kaleidoscope, constantly shifting, always in motion. Her father, however, preferred the stillness of history. He spent his days researching Osaka Castle, poring over ancient texts, trying to decipher the secrets hidden within its stone walls. He would take Akiko to the castle grounds on Sundays. They would sit in the shadow of the towering structure, surrounded by tourists, yet strangely alone. Her father would tell her stories of samurai and shoguns, of battles won and lost. He spoke of honor and duty, of the unwavering spirit of the Japanese people. Akiko listened politely, but her gaze would always drift towards the busy streets below. She longed to be part of that frenetic energy, to lose herself in the flow of the city. The castle, for all its grandeur, felt like a cage, a monument to a past she couldn't connect with. She craved something more, something faster, something that would make her feel truly alive. One humid Osaka night, everything changed. The air crackled with unease. Akiko's father had received a phone call. His voice, usually calm and measured, shook as he spoke. He told Akiko to stay inside, lock the door. He had to leave. He didn't say where, didn't offer an explanation. He just left. His absence was a gaping hole in her life. Days turned into weeks. The police came, asked questions Akiko couldn't answer. They spoke of accidents, of unfortunate incidents. But their words felt hollow. Her father was gone. Vanished. The city, once a source of excitement, now felt menacing. The neon lights that had once beckoned, now seemed to mock her with their relentless cheer. Akiko retreated into herself, seeking solace in the one thing that still made her feel alive: speed. She would ride her bicycle for hours, pushing herself to go faster and faster, the wind screaming past her ears, drowning out the silence that haunted her. The faster she rode, the less she felt the pain. Martine, unlike Akiko, had never known the confines of a city. Her world was the sprawling countryside of Kentucky, a patchwork of rolling hills and dense forests. Her playground was the network of dirt roads that snaked through the backwoods. Her father, a man of few words but boundless energy, taught her how to handle a car before she could even reach the pedals. He was a moonshiner, a craftsman of sorts. He distilled his potent brew in a hidden still deep in the woods, carrying on a tradition passed down through generations. It was a dangerous business, fraught with risks, but it was all he knew. And Martine, with her fearless spirit and thirst for adventure, was his willing accomplice. She loved the thrill of the chase, the adrenaline rush of outrunning the law, the roar of the engine, the smell of gasoline and pine needles, the wind whipping through her hair. It was intoxicating. Speed was in her blood, a legacy passed down from her father, a visceral connection to the land and its history. Nighttime was their time. Under the cover of darkness, they would load the moonshine into the truck, its weight making the vehicle sag. Martine's father, a man of few words, would offer a gruff smile, his eyes twinkling with a mixture of fear and exhilaration. She knew the risks. She had seen the police cars, their flashing lights cutting through the darkness like predatory eyes, but she also knew the freedom that came with living on the edge, the exhilaration of pushing the limits. The back roads became their racetrack, their laughter echoing through the stillness of the night. A defiant roar against the encroaching darkness. Martine would grip the dashboard, her knuckles white, her heart pounding in her chest, a wild grin plastered on her face. The world outside the truck was a blur, the trees transformed into streaks of green and brown, the stars above reduced to shimmering points of light. In those moments, nothing else mattered but the road ahead, the wind in her hair, and the man beside her, his eyes fixed on the horizon, a ghost of a smile playing on his lips. It was their secret. Their bond, forged in moonlight and moonshine.